No, I don't. I don't want you to sit
Okay, remind me not to ask you anything anymore.
there. Kevin, don't ask me anything anymore.
Okay. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, well,
I just got that Forrest Gump feeling all over.
I know.
Yes.
Yes, we can. You're a little low. Is that Jeremiah? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, we're all good.
We're really loud.
We're kind of loud. We're loud in our ears. Yep. Okay. Let me just follow it back. Well, it's probably going to be here.
30 seconds till kickoff.
Okay.
We're working on the volume. It's a little high.
Oh, okay.
Oh, baby. Yeah, when Kevin talks, man, I feel like
Is that better?
Yeah, he's jumping through the side of my head.
Lucky you.
I know.
Okay. You're going to have to be. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to what is homecoming night here in McConnellsville. Morgan hosting West Muskingum. Kevin Rao in for tonight anyway, along with my old broadcast partner. The fact that you're not old, it's that we've worked a long time together. How about that?
Absolutely.
And that's, of course, Doug Clifford. Coach, ought to be a good one here tonight. First of all, I know you guys have been here a little bit earlier. But what a great facility this is.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, what a setting. I mean, when those leaves start to turn yellow and orange and red, it's going to really be something. But it's a beautiful field, beautiful facility, and long overdue for the Morgan Raiders.
Well, we are ready to go. West Muskingum putting their 6-1 record on the line here tonight against the 4-3 Morgan Raiders. West Muskingum will kick it off, and the only apologies tonight are that there are yellow numbers on white jerseys tonight.
Well,
for the Tornadoes.
We've discussed that off and on throughout this season since we've done so many West End games.
And a little pooch, and it'll be recovered at the 35-yard line. And jumping on it there was Witten Shad, one of the linemen, sophomore lineman, but good field position for the Raiders to get this game started.
Well, what was that movie line? A good man knows his limitations. I think it's what Dirty Harry said. Witten realized that he was not going to be the scat back.
No, sir.
And he got that ball and let gravity do its work.
We would have commented to see 72 trying to sprint with the football, no matter who it was. 1st and 10 at the 35 for Morgan. Handoff will come on the jet sweep to the near sideline. And good defense, although able to get a few yards on the play, was Hayden Banks out of his slot position, actually wide receiver position on the left side that time. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
West End has scored so many points, and Cissay's had such a great season, and their quarterbacks had a great season. You tend to overlook the fact their defense has pitched 3 consecutive shutouts, and their defense that time looked like a leverage tackling drill that you would do in summer where everybody was in the right spot.
Yeah, prevented the big game. Banks not able to get around the corner. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Ball at the right hash this time. Long count. Niswonger looks out to the flat. He's going to pull it down. He's got trouble, and he's going to be sacked back at the 31-yard line. Niswonger tonight had a pretty good outcome here before the game as he was named homecoming king.
Yes, he was.
Tonight.
He's king for the day right there. He was the quarterback dumped. That's the game plan from Nate Brownrigg. Stop 12 and stop 8. We'll win the football game.
A loss on the play of 6 will make it 3rd down and 13.
Well, this is the type of situation, Kevin, you know, this is what defensive coordinators live for. 3rd and 16, you can dictate the call on this play.
Ball moves over to the left hash. They'll send 3 wide receivers out to the right side. In fact, they're going to replace one of them. In comes Hayden Banks. Niswonger, you would think, in a passing situation here.
See if we see a screen pass.
They've tried to spread out the defense. That would be a nice play. Maybe even go to the other side where they've got one-on-one coverage. Niswonger's going to roll to his right, gets pressure right away, steps up, throws. Ball bounces high in the air, but it hit the turf. Incomplete, make it 4th down.
Under heavy pressure again. Good pass rush by the Tornadoes. Niswonger's not having any time to set his feet and throw it. And, you know, being the father of quarterback, you understand that principle.
You know, it's interesting because my older one, I had 2. My older one would have been tackled well into that play. The little one would have just kept running. He'd have never thrown it. So, yeah, different personalities. But Niswonger did a good job to even get to a place where he could release it.
Yes, he did.
So, punting situation. And they're going to take some time off the clock. Well, the play clock not even running. So they'll wait for the back judge and kick it away. It's going to hit at about the 40. And that is about as lateral a bounce as you're going to get there. It'll be the 42-yard line. So good field position for the Tornadoes. Actually, mark it back to the 41. And this pretty potent offense is going to get a chance to have a fairly short field this time.
Well, a couple of games we've done for West End, they've come out and tried to do everything except give the ball to Cisse off the bat. So let's just see what happens here.
Let's see if
wow.
Cisse, is he in the slot this week? And the numbers are going to play havoc with us tonight, or at least with me. Coach, I'll rely on you.
Oh, yeah.
Quarterback draw. And good yardage out over the 45-yard line to just past the 46, a 5-yard pickup on the play.
Looked to me like if you're a wide receiver for West End tonight, you get the starting nod. They had 5 guys split that time.
Jake Anton is the quarterback, 6'2 junior. Good speed, saw his arm warming up, looked good as well. 3 wide to the left side. Going to be the zone read and the handoff, and not much there, maybe a yard. Good defense. As jumping through quickly on that one, Owen McCoy, senior linebacker.
Richard Page is in on that tackle as well.
And let's see if West looks to get Cisse into the mix. They'll send him out by himself to the right side. He's got double coverage out that way. And actually, they're zoning him up a little bit. Now they'll move up to press. Niswonger will hit him. They'll look the other way, Will West. And it's going to be close.
And
all depends on the mark.
You bet. And it looks like a first down to me.
They're going to put it right at the stick on the yard line and inside Morgan territory at the 49. So needed 3, got 3.
How nice that must be when you have a player as good as Cisse. He hasn't even come close to seeing the ball yet. On a critical 3rd down, you go to somebody else and get the first down without a problem.
Boy, he's drawn a lot of attention, though. They're going to run it around that right side. A lot of yardage. And trying to cut back. He will be knocked down. That's Carter Windland on the carry.
We've talked about him all season, Kevin. On any other team, he'd be the star running back.
Boy, he kind of hesitated a little bit to find his lane, and when he did, man, he kicked it into fifth gear.
Yes, he did.
Big gain down to the 14-yard line, so 35 yards on that carry.
Well, it must have been good blocking at point of attack because I don't think a hand touched him until they brought him down inside the 15.
And again, you might say, hey, sprint out to the edge. He was just trying to weigh his alleys there. Did a really nice job to get it to the 14. Another quarterback draw. Anton, and he's being held on. He'll reach out. Did he get to it? Nope. Mark him down at the 1. I thought he was going to be knocked down about the 4-yard line, and he was able to drag a tackler down to the 1. Be first and goal.
And the guy who sprung him with the key block was number 3, Cisse.
How about that?
Whose best play so far tonight is a block.
Well, when his number's called, he'll be ready. So just a yard to go, first and goal. They're going to move a couple of blocking backs to the right.
Here they come.
My guess is they're going to go that way, and they will, right behind that block. And I don't think that was Anton, was it?
No. That was Cisse.
That was Cisse.
They've made that shift all season. They shift 2 blocking backs over there. Sometimes they shift the left guard comes over and lines up over there, and they don't. There's no counter plays. There's no reverse plays. It's going to be Cisse off tackle right, and that's usually the result right there.
Well, it's funny. That's the old single wing play where you move those blocking backs right in the gaps or right on top of one of the linemen and just follow them in. Kick away for the extra point, and it is good.
Silas Kuhn on the kick. Now we know that Nate Brownrigg probably watches old Ronald Reagan movies and saw that.
If they did, they'd come out in a circle and wrap around,
Win one for the Gipper.
So what a great drive for West Muskingum on their first drive tonight. As a big run set it up from Carter Winland, but then it was Cisse. We used to call that the Wildcat a few years ago.
Right.
It's kind of now, it really is just a single wing play for a talented running back. So West will kick it off for the second time tonight. They kicked it to begin the ball game. You notice Cisse's out here on the kick team as well.
I think he does everything except sell the programs.
I think they want to keep him loose. They'll just just have him run down. Again, they're going to pooch it over to the right side of the field.
That's Winton Shad again. They must have him on a scouting report that he's no threat to go a long distance with the ball. They've kicked it to him twice.
You know how I would love to see him do something now that we could call his name running down the field. Getting a lineman in there. Rogan Drobina gets into the ball game. So what do you do, Coach, to get your offense going here? The first drive, it was a sack that kind of set him back.
You best do what you do best. Don't try to surprise anybody.
So down 7-0 here in the early going, quarter one, and they will go off the right tackle, but West pretty stout right there, maybe a yard on the play.
Coach Brownrigg said that one of the things they're concerned about as far as the Morgan offense is their power running game. And I said, well, that kind of works right in with your defense. I mean, that's your strong suit. And he said it'll be power against power in that situation. And that time, the Tornadoes are not giving up any yardage in there between the tackles.
That was Kyle Campbell on the carry. He's been the guy in the backfield so far tonight with Niswonger. 2nd down and 9. A fake play action pass over the middle. He's got his receiver, and it's a first down. Ball comes loose. And let's see what the call is, whether he was down or not.
Yeah, it looked like a fumble to me.
Did to me as well. And they're going to discuss it. The pass was complete to Adam Cooper, who needed to run it a few yards after the catch to get the first down. He did that, but then the ball came bouncing out, and a discussion ensues.
You know, when you play a team that's 6-1, you have to play a mistake-free game as far as turnovers are concerned. If they start turning this ball over, at their end of the field, that's not a good start.
No, it is not. And they are waiting some time for it. And I have no idea what we're doing. They're going to do it over. We're going to have a do-over. I don't. So what happened was, actually, the Morgan fans should not be booing because this is a break for them. Because I think it was clearly a fumble that they lost. And
I think
instead, the whistle came before the fumble, but before the tackle as well. So it's an inadvertent whistle. You go back and play second down all over again, and that's what they're going to do. And I think Morgan gets a break here by that happening.
Well, I agree, Kevin. I think that was definitely a fumble.
Niswonger, nobody open deep, and he's going to get pressure, and he's going to be whistled down. He never did actually go all the way down, but he's going to be whistled down at the 27-yard line. I think that's the 28-yard line.
That was a three-man pass rush. It was great pass protection. The quarterback held the ball too long. So that's what my old secondary coach, Chris Boffin, would call a coverage sack.
Yes, sir. Yeah, exactly. So it's an 8-yard loss, meaning it'll be 3rd and 17 back at the 28-yard line. Yeah, Niswonger just didn't see anything he liked, but he's going to have to get rid of it one way or another to give himself a chance on 3rd downs. Rolls to the right, looks back left, had a screen set up over there, but it was well defended. So now he's going to look down the field. He's got a receiver on the sideline. A battle.
It's picked.
Let's see, did he get his foot down? Yes, he did. That's Anton, I believe. It is Jake Anton, the quarterback. And he came all the way across the field with a receiver on man coverage. And we've got another discussion back behind the play. And we had an ineligible receiver downfield. They'll decline that. And they avoided a turnover with an inadvertent whistle. This interception, however, will go to West Muskingum at their 48-yard line. Again, good field position for the Tornadoes, and great play by Anton to be able to get a foot down and complete that interception.
Oh, no doubt. Just catching the ball alone was an outstanding play, but to get a foot down as well. Well, this is where the Morgan defense has to make a stand. And look at their secondary, how far off they are on these receivers. They're giving up 10 yards to those receivers.
Well, that opens up the running play. Let's see if they do here. And, again, a little bit of that hesitation and finding the alley. And another good gain is going to take it for 5 yards on the carry again, Carter Windland.
I didn't hear the offensive game plan speech before the game, but it looks to me like Coach Brownrigg said, we're going to win the line of scrimmage early, fellas, and go from there. 'Cause right now, they're just pounding it up the middle on these guys and then throwing it when they need to. Well,
the DBs, as you mentioned, Coach, are so far back they can't help. Here we're going to get Cisse in action. Jet sweep to the right. Good, well defended. Maybe 3 yards on the play, make it 3rd down and 2. But you just know if he gets a foot in the ground and a little clear space after making the cut, he's off to the races.
He's so patient on those kind of runs, and he'll just stretch it for a little ways, and then when the crease opens up, he's in it, and he's gone. Well, here we go, that stack formation. There goes the lineman shift.
Yep, and they go heavy to the right. That unbalanced line out to the right side, and it's going to be a quarterback draw for Cisse. And he's going to be knocked for a yard loss. Great defense that time.
Oh, my, yes. That's the first time I've seen any team this season stop that play for minus yardage. I mean, it always works. That's the first time I've seen it fail.
Well,
holy cow, great
tells
job.
Me they wound that film back and forth.
Oh, I bet.
Do you wind film anymore? Well, I don't know. Maybe you don't.
I don't think so, Coach. I think it's something called huddle.
So at 4th down and 3, and they've at least set up to go for it. Maybe they're trying to draw them off sides. Let's see. And they will indeed call a timeout.
That's 2 great plays by the Morgan defense. First, they stopped Cisse on that power formation play, and in the next play, they didn't jump off sides, which would have been an automatic 1st down.
So 4th down and 3, and we're going to talk about it. Both sides will. In this battle for the small division title, essentially, between these two teams.
Yes, it is.
And, it wasn't that long ago that either of these teams were having to work pretty hard to get a win.
Well, when I talked to Nate Brownrigg before the game, he said, when we played Morgan not too many years ago, people called it the toilet bowl to see who's going to get to be 1-9. And those days are long gone.
Long gone. Good for them and good for the programs. And it just so happens a couple of nice new facilities. That doesn't hurt. So it is 4th down. And they're going to run that power formation, this time to the left, which is the wide side of the field. And the handoff will go right up the middle. They're going to push, and, well, they're running in from the side as though they're short. Maybe a knee went down because the pile went past the
yes, it did.
Yard or the line to gain. But I don't think he got it where they marked it. Well, they didn't exactly mark it where they ran in, but it is short of the stick nonetheless.
Outstanding defensive stand by the Raiders. They had to have that, Kevin. If they let the Tornadoes go down the field and get another touchdown, I think that would be almost insurmountable to overcome, even this early in the game.
Well, give them credit. In fact, Jarrett Paxton was one of the guys right there in the middle, and they were able to knock down Carter Windland before he could get there. And I thought he might have got it, but
well, the pile got it.
Well, the pile, yeah, the pile had the first down. Unfortunately for West Muskingum, he was behind it. So 1st down, quick throw out. This one complete to the wide side. Yeah, it was to the wide side out there.
Well, that looks to me like Chase Bowman has watched what's gone on so far in the first quarter on when his team has the ball, and he realizes they're not going to have a lot of time to throw the ball on most situations, especially if they blitz. That was a quick pass, timing route to Searle, his best receiver. Well executed, 2nd down, and maybe 4.5.
Yep, long 4 as they get near midfield. And little counter play, but sniffed out. It was well run, but the defense was just a little bit better. As Hayden Banks again with the football on the counter. And, you hope, Coach, when you run that play that everybody goes with the guy going out to the left there. And guys stayed home. That was just well defended on that backside.
That's the exact phrase that was in my mind right there, stay home. The defenders for West Muskingum stayed home on that defensive left side, and they were just waiting for that play to come back.
So it makes it on the loss a 3rd down now and 8.
Okay.
Lost 3 on the play.
Let's see how many guys are on a pass rush this time. They've been rushing 3 and dropping 8. Looks like they're going to have a few more come across the line on this one. Well, yes, they are.
4 guys coming. Time, the throw.
It's caught.
Let's see if he got there. They're going to say he did. West Muskingum coaching staff tried to call him out of bounds, but you would expect that. Instead, it goes for 10 yards when they needed 8 at 1st down, and first time that Morgan has been in West Muskingum territory.
I think if one of my assistant coaches would have said, yeah, that's 1st down, give it to him, I think that'd be automatic dismissal, wouldn't you?
I think it would.
I mean, come on.
I think it would. No, they did what they had to do.
Yes, they did.
But they were not convincing enough.
They were lobbying.
So a big 1st down.
Here comes a power-filled eye.
Yeah, there's that. It is the power eye indeed. And it will be a handoff, little crossbuck in the middle. And down to the 41-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Good chunk on 1st down. That's the old, if you remember John Brockington at Ohio State, they loved that power eye with him in it.
There are children who don't even know what power eye is.
No, I know. I call out some of these formations, and I'm thinking nobody's buying it.
When you said single wing, I'm probably kids out there thinking the drone only has one wing on it.
Yeah. No, but the coaches know, but most people haven't seen a lot of these. Little zone option. Niswanger hangs on to it. He'll lean forward for maybe a couple of yards. He'll get it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They've got to get to just short of the 35. It's a big play coming up here for the Raiders.
Well, yes, it is. This is one of those deals where when you're young and impetuous and you come up short on third down, you're going to go for it on fourth down, but catchy little phrase like, well, if we can't get a yard, we don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be really careful about not deserving things.
It didn't work the other way around for West just a series ago. So 3rd down and 4, quick pass, good timing pattern, and it is another first down.
Kevin, that ball was thrown right across the face of Cisse, who was covering the slot guy. And, I mean, had he stepped forward a yard, that ball had hit his on his unreadable number from here.
It would have. Cole Searle instead gets the reception. Beautiful throw by Nicewanger. You can tell they work on that pass a little bit in practice because they had it timed perfectly. Another first down on this drive as we get inside 2 minutes, actually a minute 40 to go in this first, and we're going to get a flag to start. Somebody moved a little quickly for Morgan. And so 5 yards back, and as you said, Coach, you just can't afford to make mistakes, but Morgan at least has some momentum. Let's see if they can overcome that 5-yard penalty.
Well, you know, coaches all the time say, well, we have to play a game without mistakes to win. Well, there's never been a game played like that.
Well, no, and you if you can manage it, right?
Right, but if you can keep them at a minimum. Right now, that's a critical penalty. They don't need to have a 1st and 15 situation. See how they handle it.
That's where they are. 3 wide to the right. The tight end was to the left. Nicewanger rolls to the right, looks back left, getting pressure now, avoids that, but then a pass is going to put them a big loss. He'd have been well advised to bat that one down.
He should have just thrown that thing into the bleachers.
So instead, it will be a 12-yard loss, making it 2nd and now 22. And quarterbacks, too, one of those ones you think about, just throw it at his feet. Bounce it off the turf to him. That's tough in the heat of battle when you see a jersey that's yours and he's open.
That's right.
So it's easy to say up here. In the heat of the battle, you want to do what you can. So
pass rush caused that play, too.
It did. Nicewanger going to hand right up the middle, and West Muskingum defense right there. In fact, probably lose another yard on this. And we got a player down, and he is going to stay down. That's one of the up front guys. Rogan Drobina is on the ground. We'll get the trainers out. And hopefully he will be okay. But it's 3rd down now and 13 coming up. 7-0, West on top. They took their first drive. I believe it was 58 yards for the touchdown. A big 35-yard run in that drive for Carter Winland. Cisse took it the final yard out of that single wing, or he was just a quarterback on a quarterback draw. You pick which one you want to be.
Okay, thank you.
So again, homecoming here tonight. I drove into McConnellsville tonight behind the parade.
Well, we came to town after it was over.
People still probably picking up candy along the way.
Picking up candy all over the place, balloons blowing across the road. So, yeah, it was
I felt like stopping and maybe scooping up a little, but I would have had to battle some folks to do that. Drobina is up. He's getting some help. Let's hope that's just a temporary situation for him. He's a valuable part of those up front guys. And you know when he's bigger than the coach that he's a big fella.
Well, the way he's coming off the field, it looks like some type of a leg injury.
Yeah.
So they're going to put him on the first aid cot here and check him out.
Well, let's hope he's going to be okay. We'll look for him in a little. For his teammates, it's going to be 3rd and 13 or 23. Again, we had a screenplay. Well, and that'll actually run out the clock because they started it again when he got off the field.
Well, I think the Raiders are lucky to be behind by only 7 points.
Well, they've certainly created some challenges for themselves, but give West Muskingum credit. That defensive front has put some pressure on Niswonger in trying to throw. He's been successful on those timing routes because he's throwing on his steps. When he has to kind of wait and look, and when there's good coverage, that's when he's had a tough time. And like most quarterbacks.
Well, that's the strategy. It looks to me like Nate Brownrigg is running over there, and his defensive coordinator, Coach Riley, is they're rushing three guys most of the time. They're playing zone coverage in the secondary. They're backing off. And so now when those timing passes start becoming a little too effective, now you change up and you go man and you walk those corners up.
Yep.
You kind of disguise that coverage, and all of a sudden that timing pattern goes into the arms of a guy whose jersey's white.
Well, they are coming out here. They're going to run some press coverage on Cole Searle, Niswonger's favorite receiver. He gets hit as he throws. It's going to be an incomplete pass, but no chance for him to get a full release on that.
That looked like number 6 to me, or it could have been number 8. I bet it was number 8, Keegan Carnes.
I think it was Keegan Carnes back there.
He came in on the blitz, hit Niswonger in the back just as he was starting to throw the ball. Well, what was there by far their most promising offensive possession quickly turned into a nightmare, didn't it?
Yeah, well, they, again, losing yards on a screen pass.
Penalty, sack.
And a penalty, and another sack, you're right. Just kind of going the wrong direction. So looking to punt it away and at least play the position game on the field. A good one bounces at the 10, be picked up at the 7. Fair catch called for there. So at least the special teams for Morgan puts their defense in a good spot.
That's right. This, when you're a defensive coordinator, this is what you tell your kids. This is an opportunity for us. They're backed up deep. Just don't let them get a first down. If we force them to punt from there, we're going to get the ball in midfield.
Well, this is a place where West, you got to believe they want to get Cisse in some open space down here somewhere.
Other than that power formation, he carried the ball once on a jet sweep.
Well, it's 3 yards on that.
But,
they did a good job. Morgan did a great job defending.
But they have not gotten the ball to him in the open, that's for sure.
So they actually put it at the 8. And they're going to hand off up the middle and able to break it for a first down. Nice little cut once he got outside the tackle left side.
Great execution, great call that time by the coaching staff of West End. The ball was 1st and 10 at the 8. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 20.
And going to go under center this time.
I formation.
I formation. Wow, we're seeing them all tonight. Right up the middle and leaning forward out to about the 25. That was Cisse running tailback.
He's not just an outside perimeter runner. I mean, he runs that thing up the middle. He's a punishing runner.
Yeah, got that good center of gravity, low center of gravity. Tough to bring down. And it's going to be a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. I'll tell you, we've seen a bunch of formations tonight, Coach, from both teams.
Oh, no doubt. Here's another one.
So we got twin backs around the shotgun and a whistle, and said somebody move.
It might have been delay of game. It took a long time for that thing to develop.
And we're going to get offsides against the defense, and that could very well give them the first down. So let's see if the Tornadoes, where the ball is lined up.
So somebody lined up in the neutral zone before the ball was ever snapped.
They got a little extra half yard there that it will give them the first down. So it was really 4.5 to go for the first down. And it is 1st and 10. West Muskingum football now at their 31.
Plenty of time left here in the second quarter. 10:40 to go.
And handoff up the middle out of a one-back set with the quarterback. And I believe Was that Carter Winland?
I thought it was Cisse, but
I thought
it
it was
should have
10.
been Winland. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was Winland. Again, the numbers are a little challenging. Yellow on white is not optimum for what we do. It's probably cool for the players, but kind of a good look for them. Anton going to look to throw. He's going to go deep. He's got a good arm. He's got a receiver out there. Going to be a little too tall. Is that Cisse out there?
Yes, it was.
And Cisse stopped a little bit. Had he kept running, might have given himself a better chance, but pretty good defense out there as well.
Excellent coverage on that one. The defender was with him step for step, and that's something we haven't seen a lot of.
Oh, we get pass interference call.
Oh.
Got to be honest, didn't see it. But my eyes have seen maybe too much in my lifetime, so maybe it was. But kind of a late call. I didn't see the flag come out right away.
You know, I've never really understood what pass interference really is.
You know, it's almost getting like holding where you can call it because the guys are battling with each other. Both of them had their heads turned around. Cisse in motion, the fake to him, the handoff for Winland instead up the middle. And he'll be stopped right on the yard line, right at midfield. He's second down and 8.
Well, that's a victory for the Morgan Raiders defense. Winland has picked up a good bit more yards than that usually when he makes that play right there. I mean, last time he went from the 8 to the 20, a 12-yard gain. He had a 35-yard gain earlier, so that's a good job by the Morgan Raiders.
I think they figured out a scheme they like up front now with that 3-man front.
Well, they keep rotating guys in there in those down 3 positions, trying to find the right combination.
And they'll make it a 5-man front on the edges. And
Cisse's wide open. Yep.
Pass out to him, and it'll be complete for a first down. Needed 8, got 10.
Yep, came in motion across the formation, ran about an 8-yard out, and nobody came up to pick him up, and he was wide open out there in the flat. Nice pass by Anton, well executed. That's a scouting report call.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you see how the defense reacts, and that was one of the things that Chase Bowman told me. I said, you know, what's your main goal defensively? He says, line up correctly. So we've made several errors this year because we've been in the wrong place.
So 1st and 10, and a little trickeration. Anton will get it and throw it complete. And all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Morgan crowd not happy that there was not a penalty during the play. Cisse got the reception, took it all the way down to the 5. I think they thought there might have been some holding somewhere along the way. At least that's what the crowd is concerned about. Instead, it's a 1st and goal to go with the 5.
Well, I'm sure that the hometown fans, I don't think they're getting a lot of calls that go their way so far.
And, of course, that's the side we sit on, so I'm sure it's happening on both sides. Anton will move the power to the left side, run it back behind it, and somersaulting, but I think short at the 1-yard line was Winland. And he'll take it 4 yards down to the 1, be 2nd and goal.
When I saw that hole open up, I thought he was going to walk into the end zone. Somebody did one of those ankle bite tackles and flipped him over.
We get down to the 8-minute mark of this second quarter. Anton, and again the handoff to Winland. And this time he gets in. Well, no. They say no. He's about as close as you can get without being in. They'll put it at the 3-inch line, maybe? Maybe. Might be closer than that.
You know, I think that's a gift. If you're a referee to see that ball go down on the 3-inch line, I mean, that's a gift. I mean, I tell you, I couldn't see that. I mean,
I don't think I could.
If I was standing next to the ball, I don't think I could see it.
But that's why he has the job on that side. So Cisse going to run things in the backfield this time.
Power formation.
I bet you he calls his number. You want to bet? He does, and he waited, found the lane, and runs right in. That's a patient running back right there.
Oh, it is.
He scores his second touchdown that'll be officially from the 1 yard line. He's got a couple of those now for the Tornadoes, 2 touchdowns, and they will look to kick it and make it 14-0.
I think he has over 20 touchdowns this year, but I feel like that was probably his 119th touchdown for the season. He knows where the end zone is. He gets great blocking up front, and like you said, he's patient. He picks his slot. Silas kicks it through again.
Silas Kuhn right through the uprights, the left footer, and it makes it 14-0 with 7:04 to play here in the first half in McConnelsville.
Silas is my favorite 115-pound sophomore kicker in the MVL.
How many are there?
Well, I really haven't counted them all, Kevin, but I can tell you right now, everybody else is.
I mean, that's the logical follow-up question.
Everybody else is shooting for second place.
Yeah, I understand. Well, he's a good one for sure. So he deserves a coach's top ranking. And he is 2 for 2 tonight. And he'll kick off now for, I guess this would make it the third time.
Kevin, I remember doing West End games in years past when we were doing a game, and their 2 starting linebackers weigh 115 pounds.
No, that's true.
And,
that is true. No, it's a different day.
Uh-oh. Oh, nice tip up.
And running it and getting some good positive yardage, that was Braden Strode, one of the seniors tonight.
And Winton Chad tipped that ball to
That's
his
the new
teammate.
play. That's the new way he's going to do it.
He tipped that ball to Strode. Perfect tip.
So the ball at the 39-yard line. Now Morgan
needs to respond.
They do. Got a couple of scores now,
Yeah,
14-0.
They need to respond with points. First downs right now, they're just hollow victories if you don't come up with some points.
Everybody tight to the formation. Banks in motion. It'll go up the middle instead. Eiswanger calls his own number, and he'll get it to the 41, a couple of yards on the play.
6:49, clock running here in the first half.
Kyle Campbell back into the ball game. I'm sure he'll go to the backfield here. Also in there, Jaden Reese. Tight end, but kind of that H-back.
I tell you who we haven't seen come back in the game is Rogan Drabina. I see him stand on the sideline.
He's been running up and down a little bit. Getting the power eye. They're going to fake the counter
pass.
Roll out. He wanted to get it, and instead try to go long and into some traffic. He wanted to get it to Kyle Campbell, who was rolling with him to the right, but well covered out in the right flat.
That at Crooksville, that was one of our favorite plays. That counter pass, and somebody's was always open. I mean, somebody, because you have
You're
guys
rolling
that
a couple of guys that way, yeah.
You play action fake, you slip it back out of the backfield. Somebody's always open, and that time nobody was. Great defensive job by the Tornadoes. That's a hard play to cover.
3rd down and 8. Morgan will check with their coaching staff after lining up. 2 wide either way. Long count. Eiswanger dropped straight back. Now he'll run, getting pressure. He's going to be hit. Able to get away. Becomes a running back as he tucks it. And he'll get it out to maybe the 38-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage. So on the play, lose 4.
Once again, that was a 3-man pass rush.
Yeah, they have. You're right, Coach. West Muskingum has opted to just put themselves in great coverage and rely on those front 3 guys who have been doing fantastic.
I mean, when you watch, you have the impression they must be rushing 5 or 6 guys, but it's just it's the 2 ends and the nose man, and that's it.
Hayden Six is the punter. What a great name for a guy who can score touchdowns. Hayden Six. Good snap, plenty of time. Right footer kicks it away. He'll try to kick it away from Cisse out to the right side. Is successful. It'll go down to about the 30-yard line. So mission accomplished by the punting team.
Well executed punt. So many times in high school you see a guy trying to make a targeted punt like that, and they They kick it off the side of their foot for a 5-yard punch. That was a nice job that time.
So, ball at the 30-yard line. We're glad to have you along tonight. South 60 Films, the new home for MVL football. Streaming games live every week, even when they got to bring in an old-timer to do the play-by-play. So 1st and 10 for West Muskingum at their 30, leading 14-0. 5:12 to go in this first half. We're going to get a timeout called by West Muskingum. While we have a chance, talk about a few of our sponsors tonight. Community Bank, now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with Community Bank. Fink's Harley-Davidson, live to ride, ride to live. Fink's quality cars and RVs. Quick as a wink deal with Fink and Fink's easy leasing and rental. Want to also thank Foxfire Schools, free public alternative education serving students grades kindergarten through 12. So again, Kevin Rao and the coach, Doug Clifford, with you tonight.
Well, Kevin, I'm glad to see you. I mean, I've heard a lot of rumors about you. And,
that I was still around? Yeah.
So, it's good to see you. You're alive
really
and kicking. Yep.
Good to be back.
How's our mother?
She is now residing at the Helen Purcell home.
Oh, my.
Where they're taking really good care of her. On the fake, Anton going to keep it. He'll get a first down and more out to about the 45. And again, the Morgan faithful saw a hold or two, I guess, based on what we're seeing. Instead, the play will go out to the 45 and pick it up 15 as good fake by the quarterback, Jake Anton, and then he ran it himself. Get good field position where it'd be 1st and 10.
What a luxury to have skilled players like West Ham has.
Oh, my goodness, so many weapons. They'll put
Whoa!
And they wanted to get the quick pass out in the flat, but
I think he just about put that in the arms of Nate Brownrigg on the sideline.
yes, he did. That's one where it's just open right away, and you want to get it out of your hand, and everything happens. Your arm speed is a little faster than your lower body, and off it goes. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass.
It's an important defensive series for the Raiders.
You do not want to be down 3 scores. They're going to run a little blitz, but a nice play will – it was a right call, but then good adjustment by the pursuit, and it'll keep it at a 3-yard gain.
Well, no doubt they ran the ball right where the blitz came from. The blitz went right past it.
I thought it was going to be a big play
I did
the way
too,
it happened.
Kevin.
Instead, just 3 yards for Winland. That's just good defense. That's good hustle defense by the non-blitzing guys.
Yes, it was.
Because you're right, the blitz went right past the play. 3rd down and 7. Big play here for the Morgan Raider defense. Anton rolls left, looks that way. He's got a receiver in the flat, complete. And it will be a 1st down.
Was that Winland?
It's, again, just hard to tell when they get that far away from us with those numbers.
I don't think it was.
He's coming back toward us here.
Here he comes.
No, they're going to say it was Winland. It looked to me as though there was, well, I don't know. I've got a different number, but we're going to say Winland. How about that?
That's what the PA guy said.
We're going with him. Ball at the 43, 1st and 10 in Morgan territory. We're getting holding calls, but none from the staff, the referees. And that's
holding.
Winland again, by the way.
The guys calling holding aren't wearing the right shirt.
No, they are not. So pickup of 7, be a long 3 to go on 2nd down. Clock ticks down, 3:25 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. 14-0. West Muskingum on top and driving again. Boy, they've made some crucial plays on 3rd down. 2nd down here. And fake. Anton rolls, throws again in the flat. Wide open on the catch. And another first down inside the 25.
Boy, that little play action fake, and multiple receivers have been wide open in the flat for the Tornadoes tonight. I mean, there's nobody near him. I mean, that's like pass and catch on the playground.
Yeah, it really was. And that looked to be Connor Hill wearing number 0. You know, he didn't used to be allowed to wear those. And now you can. And Hill's using it effectively. Anton fakes, he'll carry it again himself. And inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line, a pickup of 6. Clock continues to run. And West Muskingum, I'm sorry, I have one timeout, Coach.
They faked that handoff, and the defense just jumped on the fake. And Anton had a nice game of about 6 yards. Clock running. Going to be down close to a 2-minute mark when this ball gets snapped.
And again, Tornadoes just one timeout left in this half. They'll use it wisely, I'm sure. Anton rolls left. Again, that pass out into the flat is caught. Defended right away, but enough for a first down at about the 12-yard line.
Just a stop route. Wide receiver went out, stuck his foot in the ground, stopped and turned around. The ball hit him in the chest.
Anton, good timing on his throw. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 12. So they can get a first down around the 2-yard line. But again, the clock running after the chains are placed. 1:45 to go in the half. Anton from the shotgun. 3 wide to his right, 1 to the left. He looks
Blitz.
right, fakes, and he's going to run the quarterback draw. And he's going to be dragged down for maybe no gain if he's lucky.
Nice job by the defense that time. They did not go for the play action fake. Stayed home. I think that's a quarterback keep all the way, Kevin.
I believe it was. Nice Wonger out there on the tackle. Long, looked like Colin Southall also out there from his interior line spot. So no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Clock will be ticking down to the 1-minute mark here. A fake, a look to throw on the right. It's got a receiver out there. The throw is complete and into the end zone. So in from 12 yards.
Boy, it's just get the ball in the flat because someone's going to be open.
And it was Cisse who created some space out there right side, and he scores his 3rd touchdown of the game to make it 20-0 at 55.3 seconds remaining in the half.
Well, that was a touchdown the Morgan Raiders could ill afford to give up.
Silas Kuhn again for the extra point. Good snap. Kick is away. He's just so smooth through it. I know why he's number 1 on that list for you, Coach.
No doubt.
Makes it 21-0. And let's see if Morgan can get points on the board. They've got all 3 of their timeouts. But this is not a surprise. As you mentioned when we started, Coach, West Muskingum's put a few shutouts on the board as in the last 3 weeks.
No doubt. And the only touchdowns they've given up in the last 4 weeks, 5 counting this one. I gave a couple of late touchdowns to the New Lexington Panthers in their victory over New Lexington. And other than that, in the last 16 quarters coming into this game, they'd had shut out their opponents in 14 of them. So
that's crazy.
That's
crazy good.
Yes, it is.
Well, they continue tonight as they're a minute away, less than a minute away from getting a shutout in this first half. Now, having said that, Morgan has shown some life, but they need to string some plays together, avoid penalties and sacks, and they can do that. They've got the personnel that can take it down the field. So Kuhn will kick it off. And again, he's going to punch one that goes high up in the air. Still trying to be field, and finally Morgan able to jump on it at the 23-yard line. And that is what you want when you kick that, is to not be able to, the team not be able to handle it. It'll jump around. Maybe you can even get on it.
That's right. And as soon as one of the guys from Morgan touches the ball, the clock starts. So they ran some time off the clock as well as pinning them pretty far back in their own territory.
We want to thank CA House Music tonight. Play music for life. Join us for the halftime show. So nice Swanger. 2 wide either way for him. He'll look to throw quickly. He's got a quick throw. Did get a foot down? Nope. Tried to get out there to Searle, but Searle just could not quite get the toe down. Inbound. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops 47.5 seconds. Again, Morgan has all 3 of their timeouts.
West Ham has a defense on the field now with 2 deep safeties. I mean, I'm sure their role is to make sure nothing gets caught deep down the field.
And you know, that's the old nobody should get behind you, son.
That's right.
Back there are Tavin Bennett and Jake Anton. Nice Swanger looks over the defense. Got 3 wide to the right this time. He's going to throw a quick one and reaching out. Did he hold on? That is a great catch by Searle.
That's one of the best catches we've seen all year.
At the 40, he stretched out, caught it with his fingertips.
Ball's perfectly placed before the safety can get over to make that hit.
Get the snap back quickly over the middle and spinning away. And don't need to call a timeout here. They do. 27.5 seconds. Quick pass out there to Hayden Banks, who struggled to get that first down. Comes up just a yard short. And so it'll be 2nd down and short, but I would imagine they'll try to go downfield a ways here. But again, thanks to South 60 Films for allowing me to come in tonight. Of course, South 60 Films, the new home for MVL football. So 2nd down and 1 for Morgan. More important, 27.5 seconds on the clock.
West Ham's defense is backed off. You know, they're not worried about the underneath pass. But if you give up too many underneath passes, somebody's going to break a tackle. You know, on that last play, it looked like Hayden Banks just nearly got away.
Yeah, he did. He got away from the first tackler, but good pursuit over there to help. 2nd down and 1. Nice Swanger, gets some pressure right away.
5-man rush.
And he'll go down, and again, another timeout called quickly. 21.3 seconds.
And when I saw 5 defenders cross the line of scrimmage, I thought this was going to be a sack because they've been sacking him with 3 guys rushing. That time they had 5, and the offensive line for Morgan could not keep him out. He had no chance on that play whatsoever. Didn't even get his feet set.
He did a good job just to extend it as long as he did.
Yes, he did.
Loses 3. And again, the way they're stacking these rushers, you might say, well, there are 5 guys blocking at least. Well, but they're not all 5 in the same zone where these guys are coming.
Exactly.
You know, that's what you're trying to do. And, Coach, you know this way better than I, but, I mean, the strategy, isn't it, to just try to overload an area so there just aren't enough guys to block everybody.
You try to make the offensive line waste a blocker. You know, like make him think he has to block somebody, and there's not anybody. So all of a sudden now you have 5 guys rushing against 4. And we have one of the offensive linemen really ineffective. And that time West Muskingum was definitely did that.
And the guys up front for West are a little bit bigger than the backs that might get over there to help out. And it's just created these mismatches. So 3rd down now and 3. Nice Swanger. We'll send 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Has time. Over the middle's got it, receiver, and it is a 1st down. Searle gets it. Down inside the 40 to the 39. The clock will stop for a moment while the chains are placed.
Going to try to spike this ball, I think.
And he does.
Chains didn't even get moved.
10.8. Crowd pointing that out, Coach. There are going to be some people with some laryngitis here later. 10.8 seconds. Still a timeout left for both teams. You try to maybe get it down in there where maybe you can get a field goal.
I think this has to be a long throw. I don't think, and if they have a timeout, if it's caught, you may need to call a timeout to change. We'll stop the clock.
And a throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Hits the turf. And it would have been right at the stick. Instead, it falls to the ground. 6.5 seconds, so
Final timeout.
They may have to kind of draw up a Hail Mary here to the extent, or at least figure out. I'm sure they practice it, but figure out which side you want to run it on and how you want to run those receivers against the defense. Or you could run the hold to hook and lateral. There's a lot of things you could do here. There's another phrase you don't hear enough, Coach. Hook and lateral. That's how I'll date myself a little bit.
Well, my first victory as a head coach at a little school called West Liberty Salem was over Indian Lake High School, and we had the lead, and 6-point lead. They had the ball, and they ran the hook and lateral.
Yes, sir.
And
did it work?
Our free safety got about one finger and maybe another fingernail on the guy that took the lateral, and
that was it.
He stepped out of bounds about an inch worth of white stripe, and the game was over.
Is that right?
And someone told me the game was great coaching. I said, "Oh yeah,
yeah, that was it.
That's what it was, all right." And that's
man, that was that was some sweating going on there as he took the ball. All right, 3rd down, and Tim, that's not as important as the fact that the clock is at 6.5. Got to think he's just going to throw one deep. Steps up, throws out, and there's the hook and lateral. But it's going to be stopped. So at least we're vindicated in making that possible play call.
Oh, we may have to get out of the booth and get on the sideline.
That nobody wants that, Coach.
No.
Not a single person.
I don't.
Well, that's going to do it for the first half. The clock runs down to 0, 21-0. West Muskingum leads it. Whole another half to go here. It's homecoming in McConnellsville. So, again, the score, West Muskingum 21, Morgan nothing. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with second half action right after this.
Here's the halftime show presented by CA House Music. Play music for life. Here's the halftime show presented by CA House Music. Play music for life.
Tonight, we'd like to share with you the show they'll be performing tomorrow night at the Buckeye Trail Bandorama. So let's start things off with some easygoing party music with Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Heather,
I am not
a
winter.
Okay. She's okay? I got a text telling me to check on her. Adam had to leave. Somebody went to church about stuff. So he got called from the emergency. He left up. I went to my control. What?
We continue with 2023's #1 hit from Miley Cyrus. Check out Flowers. Our next selection was a song that was a hit in 2 different decades. Tom Cochran hit it big in 1991, and then Rascal Flatts recorded it for the Pixar movie Cars in 2006. Good job! We close tonight with a hit from 1969. Here's I Want You Back by the Jackson 5.
gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for the West Muskingum Marching Band. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field your 2023 Morgan High School Marching Band. The band is joined tonight by our marching Raider alum. Will start their performance tonight with the Kingsman hit, Louie Louie. We would now like to welcome to the field the Morgan High School cheerleaders, both past and present. The Raider alum are helping our girls this evening as they dance to fan favorites, The Land of 1,000 Dances and Barbara Ann. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet and join in. gentlemen, in 1 year, you too can join the alumni band and the alumni cheerleaders, dust off those instruments, and get out there with those Conkler girls as they have fun. The band is under the direction of Mr. Chase Myers, Assistant Director, Mr. Joe Edgar Allan Posio, and color guard instructor Mrs. Loretta Davis. The cheerleaders are led by Mrs. Kate Myers. A big thank you to Andy Reitz and the West Muskingum Marching Tornadoes. And remember, today, like every day, is a great day to be a Raider. Ladies and gentlemen, your Morgan High School marching band and cheerleaders.
Thank you for watching the halftime show presented by CA House Music. Play music for life.
I tell you, I'll have my people call your people. Right.
Hey, Matt, are you down there? Yeah, we're ready.
I'm ready.
We get ready to start the third quarter here in McConnellsville. It'll be Morgan to kick it off. They need a good defensive stand here. They're falling behind 21-0. Little pooch kick will go to the 30, and it'll be run back out to the 40. That's a guy that can run a little bit. Carter Winland.
Yes,
he was well placed.
Tanner Bankus, nice tackle on that one. That could have been a disaster.
So to the 40-yard line, and again, the Morgan Raider defense needs to get a stop here, already trailing 21-0. But let's also tip our cap to the West Muskingum Tornadoes. This is a pretty good football team.
Oh, yes, it is. I mean, they're so sound. I mean, they're just so well coached. It's just fun to watch them.
So 1st and 10 at their 40. Anton empties the backfield. And he'll fake, and the quarterback draw all the way, and he'll get tripped up at about the 43-yard line. Good defense that time by Richard Page.
Yes, he did. He reacted immediately from his linebacker spot. Stopped that for a short gain.
Not the biggest guy either. 5'9", 160 is Page.
I don't see Cisse out there on the field right now.
Huh. Let's see who Anton goes to. And
maybe
that would be Cisse right there.
Apparently Morgan didn't see him either.
And he's going to cut inside the
out.
10, and nobody touched him.
Gee.
He's that good.
Wow.
And he was, I think, stuck in the slot.
He must have been.
On that left side. And, the thing that he does that a lot of high school receivers don't have is they just run the route no matter who's in front of them or where they are. He has just such a good sense of timing of when to make his cuts into open space, and that's what he did.
Well, I think that's the biggest difference in the high school football game today than when I coached, Kevin, is you basically had a passing game where the guys had a spot, and they ran to the spot and made a cut. Now the kids in high school football today, they read the secondary, and they recognize cover 3. They recognize man-to-man cover. They recognize that stuff, and they run their pass routes accordingly, and the quarterback then reads them and throws the ball.
Well, and that's the thing. You got to have two to tango there. The quarterback's also got to know so he doesn't just put it out there anywhere. And, boy, they worked that one to perfection. So just that easy for West Muskingum tonight. And I believe that would be the 4th touchdown for Rashid Cisse. He has found a way to get it done tonight.
Well, Chase Bowman, head coach for Morgan, told me before the game, he says, Cisse is really good. He said, but these guys would be good without him.
Oh, no, there's no doubt about that. I mean, Anton put that right on the numbers.
Yes.
Another line drive. This one will go out of bounds. That will bring the ball out to the 35. You might hear some cheers from the Morgan crowd who finally happy about a penalty flag being thrown.
Well, I think they kind of thought that somebody might have slipped some super glue in some back pockets. And those flags just couldn't come out.
Need a crowbar to get those things out of there. Well, it's thrown this time, and it's going to go out to the 35. And that's where Morgan will start, but 28-0 down. They need to get some points on the board right now.
Well, you talk about a defensive coordinator's dream time to call defenses. You have a 28-point lead. You can call any defense you want now because you know they're not going to get a 29-point play.
Quick throw out to Searle, and he'll get it out to about the 41. Let's see what they're marking. They're going to put it on the yard line. There's a theory, Coach, that referees like yard lines. And that no matter where the ball goes, they will find one. My friend Eric Welch, another play-by-play announcer.
That in the 3-inch line?
Yeah, exactly. Just to show off their eyesight, right? 2nd down and 5. Another timing pattern right there. And handoff. He'll be right at the line of scrimmage. Good defense, right
Oh,
up
man.
front.
I mean, there are 3 defenders right there. Keegan Carnes. And I see number 62 in there on that play, too. Connor McKenzie. There's a third. I mean, they were waiting for the ball carrier to get to the line of scrimmage.
Read it perfectly. So to make it 3rd down and 5, no gain on that play. And you got to think we're going to see a timing pattern here.
See how many guys rushed the passer this time.
Richard Page in the backfield.
4-man rush.
Nice He's got a lot of time this time, and he finds his receiver.
Wow.
And all the way down to the 44-yard line. So 16 yards on the pass play, the first down.
Well, Wes Houston, number 9 for West Muskingum, was right next to Searle. He just didn't turn around, and Searle did, and the ball was right there.
Great throw by Niswanger. 1st and 10 inside West Muskingum territory. Played a couple of minutes of this 3rd quarter. It's long enough for West Muskingum to get another score. They lead at 28-0. Two wide receivers either way. Niswanger. And he's going to argue that there should have been holding.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
We do get holding called.
We're going to call holding on both teams.
And it was called by probably 10 people on this side and Searle on the field as he went down.
Well, you know, anytime that jersey gets pulled out from your tuck position, yeah, that's a hold.
So the hold is called, and it is a first down at the 34.
Well, I saw the referee signal hold on both teams, and apparently he was just pointing at a player.
I think he missed on the first one. I think he whiffed on which side it was on the first one because he kind of put his shoulders up quickly. It does result in a first down. The drive continues. Niswanger.
Ball's loose.
Knocked out of his hand. He's able to get back on it, but again, he's going to lose yardage on the play. And it's going to go back to the 43-yard line.
Tornadoes rushed more than 3 that time. It looked like at least 4, if not 5, pass rushers on that one.
5.
When they rush 5 guys, Niswanger has no time.
Yep. And a loss of 9 on the play, make it 2nd down and 19.
Well, this is what's killed Morgan tonight. Every time they have some positive movement on offense, they have a mistake, either a penalty or a sack, and now it's 2nd and a long way.
And might have had illegal procedure not called, and long throw is going to be knocked down. Trying to get it out there to Hayden Bankus. And good defense.
Yes, it was.
Was it Cisse out there on the corner that made it back there?
Well, it was one of the defenders stepped right in front of that pass. I don't think it was Cisse.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Again, a little tough once they turn their shoulder on us. Let's see.
6, 8, 0, 0.
I think it was Connor Hill.
Yes, Connor Hill, nice play.
And I don't think they had actually Ohio High School's weighed in on these jersey ideas, and they put a time limit, but who knows if they kept up the deadline. I don't know.
I was going to get the postcard out to tell Connor Hill nice play because I couldn't see his number.
Yeah.
Got
a screen
pass
set up in the middle. This ought to work. It's Searle.
And threw it to the right guy.
And he gets through a pack of players all the way down to the 16-yard line. Actually, mark it at the 17. Plenty enough for a first down. That is a perfect call.
Yes, it was,
against
Kevin.
the defense.
Wow, it was. Perfect time to call it. West End was putting on the big pass rush. They fell right into that trap.
They had a linebacker who was kind of spying on it in the middle of the field, but the blocker there got right in front of it.
Yep.
Perfectly executed. Big first down for the Morgan Raiders all the way down at the 17-yard line.
Well, the 2 players that Nate Brownrigg, the head coach for West End, identified was Niswanger and Searle. That's the 2 guys they had to stop, and that's the 2 guys right now that's carrying the team.
Niswanger again back to throw, and he had a receiver in the flat just a little bit too tall. He was trying to go out there to Tanner Bankus.
Well, that was a some shades of Bob Euchre in that call, Kevin. Just a little too high on that one.
Just a bit outside.
High and outside.
A definite influence in my life. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Some new personnel on as we see Kyle Campbell and Adam Cooper back into the lineup. Also in there is Hayden Pauley. And
Boy, it looks to me like they have number 8 out here on an island. That's who he's looking for.
he is, but he's going to get hit and dropped back at the 30. Boy, every time something gets going, and they just make a good play right up the middle.
Well, you know, there's no stat for quarterbacks throwing the ball from their back.
It's tough.
And what a perfect time for a sack. I mean, this is by far Morgan's best scoring opportunity of the night. And now it's 3rd down and 20.
And with Keegan Carnes again getting in there.
I think Niswong was looking at him all the way. And, I mean, his eyes went right to him as soon as he got the ball, and he just never had a chance to throw it. Here comes another big rush.
He gets
Take off.
This one.
There he goes.
Here goes Niswonger. He's going to be hit and dropped at about the 15.
Cisse.
He gets a lot of it back, but it's still going to be 8 to go for a 1st down, and it's now 4th down.
Just when you think Cisse is strictly an offensive player, he comes up and makes an open field tackle like that.
And he came from a long ways
Yes, he
away to
did.
make that stop.
It was a sure tackle. He put his chest right on the quarterback's chest, wrapped him up, took him to the turf.
Down 28-0. They will go for it.
Holy cow.
We'll get running
Late
onto
sub.
the field is Richard Page, and he'll line up with Niswonger in the backfield. 3 wide to the right.
Jailbreak pass rush.
And the throw's complete. Down to about the 3. That's enough for a 1st down. That was a great throw on the timing pattern to Searle.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And Searle, I have not seen a ball slip even out of his hands. He has not bobbled one.
No. No, he's special.
He makes it happen, so it'll be 1st and goal at the 3.
Well, this is the first serious threat to the West End's defense in about 4 weeks for someone to score.
And in motion goes Bankus. The handoff goes left side. It'll be short, but get it down to about the 1.
He's still going.
Let's see, did he get in? Nope, they're going to say he was down.
That'll bring the fans out.
Yeah, they won't be happy about that. On the carry, I believe that was Braden Strode.
No, it was
No, he said
quarterback.
Niswonger. I thought he handed it to. Nope, he held on to
Yep.
it. Strode was back there. As I try to find a reason why I said his name. They're going to go to that power I again.
Yes, they are.
The up back is Jaden Reese. He's going to be the fullback. He's usually a tight end. And the handoff will be behind him. Did he get in? Yes, he did.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Morgan. There go the truck horns. I have got to get one of those truck horns.
First score on a Tornado defense in 4 games.
I'm going to say Niswonger scored. Did he get the handoff? Because I
No, yeah, I think he did because
I think he
Searle took
did.
the snap under center.
Okay, there you go. So I think that's what happened on the play just a couple before that, maybe, or the one before that. So Niswonger, usually the quarterback becomes a running back, and he gets it. The kick is through. That's Elliot Voitko. And just like that, Morgan gets a dose of confidence as they take it down the field and score. Despite a couple of setbacks along the way, they rose to those challenges, and I think it's safe to say that Niswonger in the air and on the ground got the job done. And Searle was his co-conspirator on that drive. He had a number of big plays.
Well, what I like, Kevin, was, I mean, they're down 4 touchdowns. It's 28-0. They haven't had enough spark on offense tonight to, kick on a flashlight, and they come out in the second half, and they haven't quit. They executed. They've blocked. They've caught the ball. They've ran the ball. I think that is a true sign of a well-coached team.
Oh, without a doubt.
They haven't quit. They're on the field with a team that is better than them tonight.
But
But they have not.
And so far,
but they have not given up. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. This game's got a long way to go.
Well, a lot of teams would have tucked their heads when those things started going wrong. Again, a little pooch kick close. And now we're going to get a hold call. This will get the biggest cheer of the night, by the way, that there is a hold call. That's what they've been asking for all night. It was a decent return, but I think some of that's going to be negated, and we'll go back inside West Muskingum territory.
Well, there's that little pooch kick to Windland again, and, man, you're kicking it to the wrong guy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he wants you to kick it to
You can
him.
pooch it, but not to him. You need to identify one of those big numbers. And we do get a hold. And it'll be from the spot.
That was the most.
Was sitting at about the 41, Coach. He'll go to the 31.
Yeah, that was the most hesitant holding call I've ever seen. He just kind of like, well, okay, I'll call it.
I mean, the crowd was, and I will say this, there's always some lobbying. They were in unison on that one. They either rehearsed during halftime or they were right. So first down and 10 back at the 31. And the handoff will come up the middle, and he should go down.
Windland stopped that time. That might be his shortest carry of the night.
Yeah, no gain on the play. Well, you just want to tell those running backs, once they've got a good hold on you, you need to go down because guys will be looking for your chest. So second down and 10.
We're a little far away from just kind of running the clock out here. So
it's it kind of had that feel to it, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because there was no special blocking scheme there. It was just straight ahead running. Windland going to go in motion. Empty backfield for Anton. He's going to look over the middle. Thinks better of it. Good coverage. He'll run it himself, and he'll be short of the first down as he goes out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. Let's see if they're going to keep up with my yard line theory. Nope. Put it at the 39.
That might be his smartest play of the night.
You know what? I think it was because the guy he was looking for, we know what number he is, number 3.
Yep.
Was pretty well covered over the middle of the field. And it's smart, Coach, I think, also, right? Because turnover here would put Morgan right back where they want to be.
That's right.
So the little power set here, a couple of blocking backs, the fake on the jet, and Anton going to keep
Look
it.
out.
And it was a good fake. Can he beat the defense? No, he's going to get tripped up at the 10. Good hustle on the play by Hayden Pauley to make the tackle at the 10. Anton had big eyes for the goal line, but just tripped up, and Pauley will take himself out now because you also, the thing with that tackle is you usually get heels back up into your chest a little bit.
Well, I tend to think great coaching takes place Monday through Thursday and you're getting your kids prepared. But that was a great call. I mean, that power set formation, they've run behind the power every single time. That time they faked the handoff, and Pauly took off to the short side and was gone.
Well, and you got to respect Cisse getting the football.
Right.
And he will this time. And he gets by one tackler. He'll lean forward to get a little bit, but that's about it. Maybe a yard to the 10. It was spotted at the 11 to start, which means that West Muskingum can get a first down at the 1.
Some substitutes coming in for West End, so we're going to see a different formation here.
Morgan also getting some fresh bodies up front. Second down and 9 at the 10.
And I believe that Cisse is going to take the direct snap.
He is in the shotgun. He's going to fake it, and then he'll follow that in motion back toward the outside, and he's got room. And if you don't keep that outside hand free, he's going to beat you around the edge and score. And he now has scored 5 touchdowns tonight.
I mean, that was he just set the defense up so well. I mean, he looked like he was going to go, maybe off tackle a little bit, and then he just turned on the speed. And everybody went for the fake, and he was gone.
Well, and you say to your kids, you got to try to contain out there if you're the end or the linebacker that's out there. The problem is he's so fast up the middle, too.
That's right.
That you got to cheat to the middle a little bit. And that's what happened that time, and he broke it out. Silas Kuhn, and it is through. Makes it 35-7. So West Muskingum, to the credit, we thought on the first play they called they might just be a little conservative. Well, strike that.
Strike that, yes. Wow.
They just,
I think they went to about page 49 of the playbook and started pulling some real plays out.
Well, that was just matriculating down the field is what that was, as Hank Stram said many moons ago.
Matriculating down the field.
So 35-7, still 3:24 to go in this third quarter. I want to thank the Community Bank allowing us to bring you football tonight. Now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. Also, thanks to Fink's Harley-Davidson, live to ride, ride to live. Fink's quality cars and RVs, quick as a wink, deal with Fink. And Fink's easy leasing and rental. Man, I like that read. That's just like wrapping up here for an old guy. Again, the line drive over the middle, and again, they got a fall line. Just couldn't pick it up. I do not know what Kuhn is doing to that football as it moves up, but it's like a greased pig. Nobody can pick that thing up.
They may have to check his helmet for a little spot of grease or something. We may have a little Gaylord Perry going on out there.
Exactly. Or that nail file will come out of that back pocket or whatever it is. 31-yard line, not bad field position for Morgan. See if they can respond. Still 3:21 to go here in this third quarter, but West Muskingum can just score so quickly. They have the weapons to do it. And
well, they also have the defense. You can kick those little short kickoffs and really not be worried about your defense giving up a big play.
Although the kicker is frustrated a little bit. He wants to pound it, but just good strategy. Niswanger will look over, get the play call. Kyle Campbell in the backfield with him. 3 wide out to his right. He'll look that way first. Steps. Now he'll bring it up, get some pressure, and will gain some yardage after it looked like he might get sacked, but he'll get on the play 3 yards out to the 35. Make that, we'll call it 3.5 out there.
It looks like to me that the defensive line for West End is wearing about a pant size, maybe 2 sizes to 3 sizes bigger than the offensive lineman from Morgan, and man, they are just power rushing through them.
Yeah, they are. They're winning those one-on-one battles for sure.
Oh, wow.
Ball goes out, and that could have been really bad. Instead, it skips into the ground first as Cisse was out there on the coverage. He almost was able to corral that one.
For all you defensive lineman fans, it's the bull rush tonight by the Tornadoes. They're just
going through them.
There's no swimming under or swimming over or spins or whip arounds. Man, it is just, here I come, I'm going to run right over top of you.
There's no stunts up there. They're just putting their helmet down and going straight ahead. So third down, and we will call it 6 as they move the ball a little bit closer to the line on the reset. Again, Niswanger with Campbell in the backfield. They run 3 out to the right. Big play here for Morgan. Time to throw. Lets it go. There's Searle. What a catch. Tell you what, he is one of the better hands catcher you are going to see.
Well, he goes up and gets the football. I mean, he doesn't wait for it to come down. He's going at the highest point.
Is Tommy Douglas is he in the press box tonight?
Are we fighting Tommy Douglas?
I wanted to hear it. Niswanger on the carry. He's going to get a first down. Good cutback. He's got more. Inside the 40, and he'll finally be brought down at about the 33. That was all Logan Niswanger right there.
I tell you what, he looks like a tailback disguised as a quarterback on that one.
He was not to be denied. Great play. Before that, wanted to finish that thought. Searle, what a catch. He made. Now Niswanger, great run. These guys putting the team on their backs right at the moment. Fake. Niswanger going to throw. He's got the receiver. Nick does a good job, then kind of jump stepping it out there. That's Adam Cooper. He had to go down to get it. It looked like he might just fall right down there, but he had that little frog leap out of the crouch and got a couple more. Be just short of the first down as he was trying to stretch out to get to the stick.
I think they call these chunk plays. I mean, they're picking up chunks of yardage, Kevin, all of a sudden.
That's a great design there on the fake, on the play action, a quick pass. Cooper's in motion. Now they'll stop and get another call from the sideline.
Defense changed, too. Oh, now the corner's backing off on the far side. They come and got right in the receiver's face.
We do have man coverage out on the right, just quarterback draw. Niswonger, who's run successfully in the last couple of drives, gets a bunch more for the first down. Got well more than he needed down to the 16.
Excellent blocking up front. And Niswonger's fake on that was get his shoulders a little lower to the ground and keep going. Nice power run.
Low man wins. I've usually heard that after I was too high at center trying to block a linebacker.
Well, I think we've all heard that one at one time or another.
That first down and 10. Good run by Niswonger. Looks to throw this time. He's got a receiver. It's caught inside the 10. And it'll go down to the 7-yard line. Be short of the first down by a yard. That was Hayden Bankus got the reception down there. Got good route to get in between you. Talking about those safeties getting a little deep. He cut right inside him.
Got inside his safeties, behind the linebackers. Perfect throw.
It's a 2nd and 1. Think Niswonger might run it here?
Oh, baby.
He is going to actually look to throw.
He's got oh.
Back of the end zone. It's touchdown.
Yes, it is.
Hayden Pauley, I believe. Do we have a flag down? Everybody's acting like we got a flag down. And it's going to be holding against Morgan.
Wow, that's a shame. He had a receiver in the other corner of the end zone totally uncovered and hit Pauly in the near corner, and it's not going to count.
So we'll do that all again. So instead of the touchdown, or even if you did the play over, it was a yard to go for a first down. It would now be 11. That's a big difference. Coming into the ball game for Morgan, it's Hayden 6. Love to see him score, just to say 6 for 6. Let's see if we can will it. We'll see where he lines up. I think he's going to split out wide to the right.
Well, I tell you what, Niswonger is playing with great confidence despite the fact he's been sacked probably 5 or 6 times tonight.
He really is a fearless player, and you have to be. In the middle of the pocket, steps up, has time, throws to the middle, has a receiver, and they're going to say, nope, it skipped into him. So I'll make it 3rd down and long.
You know, I don't think any referee was really close enough to make that call. I mean, they were all looking at each other to see what was what.
I mean, the umpire kind of turned around, but and that will run out the 3rd quarter. We will take a quick break. 35 to, and they've still got 14 up on the board. Yeah, that's right. We'll allow it, and we will be back with 4th quarter action right after this. So we'll go to the 4th quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. Morgan will have a big play coming up here, Coach. They'll have a chance to talk about it first, which is always a good thing.
Well, you know, they have to get past that touchdown that was nullified by the penalty. They have to get that out of their head. You know, start fresh. They have 2 plays here. It's a 3rd down. Yep, 3rd down.
By the way, they have changed it back to 35-7. What I really like about 35-14 is they put the touchdown up and assumed the extra point because they never did try to kick that extra point. I like that. That's good. That's the people you want in your press box right there.
Well, you bet. I mean, it's kind of shades of the Kirksville scorekeeper time.
Hey, there were no seconds run off that clock down at Crooksville. How'd that happen?
It's just magic, you know.
It is magic, you know. And probably right. We don't know. Okay, 3rd down and 11. Big play.
We call that ceramic daylight savings.
I don't think that's what the other teams called it.
Well, we went to Riverview one year. We won the league championship at their field, and we ran a play, and their timekeeper stopped the clock with 1 second. And we talked after the game. That never would have happened. Never would have happened at Village Park.
Too much momentum in that clock, in the electronics. Okay, big third down play here.
Halfback.
The
no,
pitch,
he's going to
he
throw
gonna
it.
He's going to throw back to Neiswanger. He's got a blocker out in front. He cuts inside it. He heads to the far stick. Can he get there? I think he's just short, but it's going to be fourth and a manageable one.
A little trickeration that time.
That's why you like to have that timeout at the break there between quarters. You can talk about how to execute that play.
So why they stop the clock?
Got a player down.
Oh my!
I think we got a player down.
Okay.
So we'll keep it here. A chance to thank a couple of folks. Foxfire Schools, free public alternative education, serving students grades kindergarten through 12. Kokonis Furniture and Mattress First, always making it easier for you to furnish your home. I want to thank all my friends here at South 60 Films for allowing me to traipse on down here.
That won't take long.
It didn't. When my buddy Matt Mahalko called and said, hey, would you be able to sit in for us? And I said, well, probably the game's at Sheridan or West, and I could just fall down and get there. Nope. And he said, not only is it in McConnellsville, but we're playing at the school now, so it'll be an extra, whatever that number.
Yep.
You know what? I was happy to say yes. It did not take me long to say yes. Although I do miss
definitely
the crowd behind us in the window.
The street level press box.
Love that.
Only place in the league.
And usually you made out with some kind of condiment. Like a jelly, you know what I mean, or something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was it like a pepper jelly, if I remember
right?
Okay.
It was.
All right.
I'm not going crazy. Philadelphia cream cheese,
I
had to go to the Betty Ford Clinic for a few weeks to get past that.
All right, let's reset here. Fourth down, big play. Need to get a couple to keep this drive going. Cooper in motion. Neiswanger going to roll that way. Look to throw. He's got a receiver out there.
He caught it.
I got to tell you, that is one of the great catches we've seen tonight. And I say one of because we've seen a bunch of them.
That was Searle, and it's a first down.
Cole Searle, the 6'2 senior. I've seen a lot of high school games this year. He is right at the top of the list for receivers in terms of the quality of his hands. He has made some tonight that had no business making. He was falling. He was already past that throw.
Yep.
Fell back on a low throw behind him and caught it with his hands. That's amazing.
If it touches his hands, it's
it's caught.
Take it to the bank.
Yep. So Neiswanger calls his number on the quarterback draw. He scored the last touchdown, but as a running back getting the handoff, he may have got a yard on the play down to the 2-ish.
You know, I saw the reaction of the Tornado defensive players on that first touchdown. They were upset. I mean, they did not want to give up a point. I mean,
they like those shutouts, man.
Yeah, they're not going to give up easily here.
Neiswanger in the shotgun. To his left is Kyle Campbell. Second down and goal from the 2. And Neiswanger going to call his number, and he's in again. So to make it 35-13. And I'll tell you something, we have now on the board 48 points scored by kickers, 2 kickers, but also only 2 other players.
That's right.
Cisse has scored all 5 touchdowns for West Muskingum, and now Neiswanger has scored both touchdowns for Morgan. We're going to need a holder. Hayden Paul, you could drop kick it. That's still allowed in the rules. You don't see a lot of it. Doug Flutie, I think, was the last one to do it. He did in the NFL successfully.
He didn't have far to drop it.
No, he did not. So getting in there to hold it is Pauly. And the kick is away. It hits the upright and comes back. That looked like it might sneak in that left side. It does not. Score remains 35-13. We'll still get some fireworks on this homecoming Friday night here in McConnellsville.
Kevin, my first year as head coach at Kirksville, Morgan was one of the best teams in the conference, and we played at their place, and I think they must have scored 112 touchdowns. And every time they scored, and every time they kicked an extra point, somebody would fire off this cannon in the far corner of the room and the far corner of the stadium, and it got to be the point where every time I hear that cannon go off, I started feeling my shirt to see if I'd been hit, because I was afraid one of the Kirksville fans was going to take advantage of the sound effects
and use it.
Yeah.
But, that sounds like a perfect movie of the week right there.
Oh man.
Coach goes down. Yeah. By the way, that would be like 700 points. So I'm going to say no probably on the 100 touchdowns, but
well, if you were on the sideline
it
with
felt
me,
like that. No, I've been in games like that where you just go, oh man, another 80-yard touchdown. Man, what are we going to do?
And a quarterback named Brady, and I mean, he had a flock of receivers that could catch a BB at 90 miles an hour, and man, they just tough. Onside kick, good try, but
just a little too far. Yep. So West does a good job covering it up, but they've given up a couple touchdowns, which as much as they've given up in the 4 weeks before this.
Right.
So you hate to draw, moral victories out of this thing, but Morgan's done a good job tonight on the offensive side with those. They just had certain drives stopped by either penalty or sacks.
They're currently sitting in 17th place in their region.
Boy, they need one more.
And Coach Bowman tonight told me, he said, if we win tonight, he said, we're probably in. He said, if we don't win tonight, then we have to win out the rest of the season.
You'll probably win the next 2 weeks.
And get some help.
Yep. Anton rolls too tall on this throw. Looking for Cisse on the near sideline. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
I believe West was ranked about 6th in their region.
Yeah, that's a tough region.
Yes, it is.
That's a really tough region.
I saw the Sheridan Generals, which we'll cover next week, versus Tri-Valley. They've already clinched. They're in.
Yeah, what a season they've had. And Anton going to keep it, and he's going to throw a stiff arm out there, but not going to get him much. Maybe a yard on the play, make it 3rd down and 9.
Morgan had a blitz that time. Anton ran away from it. Good pursuit on the defense. 1 yard?
Yep. Tell you how good Sheridan's doing in Columbus. They are now considering Sheridan an area team because they want to claim them.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Columbus.
I tried to explain to folks that Perry County wants nothing to do.
Yeah, we do.
Columbus. 3rd down and 9. Big defensive play here for the Raiders. They're going to bring some pressure up the middle. Anton's going to roll away from it. He'll be hit after he unloads, but it'll be short of his intended target. Had Cisse on the far sideline, but the pressure kept him from being able to follow all the way through it. Make it 4th down and 9.
Good to see the Raiders respond on defense, the way their offense went down the field and picked up their 2nd touchdown tonight.
And again, not quitting, Coach. I mean, a
they're
lot
not.
of time in this
they're
game,
not.
and they are playing hard. So let's see who will drop back. It's Anton. It looks like he's the punter. That would make it dangerous.
Oh, my, yes.
But I think I would bet he'll kick it away here. Couple of guys back, Bankus and Searle. And fair catch called for, drop, but right there recovered. And Morgan will get it back at about their 17-yard line. Got a player down in the middle of the field. Boy, you just don't like to see that. These two teams are battling it out, though. They are going at it. And again, just not that long ago, these two teams, as you mentioned before, would battle for that precious one win of the season. And it's just not the case anymore. And give a lot of credit to coaching and boosters who get new facilities online and kids who stick it out and
You bet.
get to be good by their senior year. We've seen that in both programs, that you have those guys that will take a couple of rough years and keep playing, and it helps those guys coming behind them.
Well, it's so frustrating for a coach to have an athlete in their school play their freshman year and take 2 years off and then come back out as a senior, and they still may be good enough to get a starting position, but they just don't have that playing time or that experience, and they're going to see things for the first time their senior year and not make the right decision. So it's really important for kids to play 4 years.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Big set of downs here for the Morgan Raiders. Nice one. We're going to look to throw. And he'll get rid of it. Boy, he did a good job to hold on and keep looking. A lot of guys would have tucked that and run.
It looked like he had a couple of helmets growing out of his rib cage that time when he made that throw.
And is that Searle again on the catch? It is. And he comes up hobbling just a little bit. You know he's not coming off. And they were looking for a timing play out there with him. He then recognized the difficulty. He ran all the way across the field and made the reception. He is something. Fake up the middle.
Oh,
and going to be a sack. He just had no time.
No.
That wasn't even a coverage sack. That was just a good old bum rush, big-time sack.
Well, he did the exact right thing, not trying to throw that football. That would have been a disaster.
That could have been a fumble, a pick, all kinds of things.
You know, he tucked the ball, he took the hit, lived to play another down.
So on the play, a loss of 5 yards, make it 3rd down and 15. I mean, 2nd down and 15, I apologize. Throws, got a receiver in and out of his hands. Let's see who that was intended for.
I think that was Searle.
Well, if he didn't catch, and by the way, not an easy catch in the middle of everybody, and that's the first one we've seen where he hasn't been extraordinary. We kind of expect it now out of him. Into the lineup for Morgan comes Braden Strode. He'll replace Hayden Bankus. Be a big 3rd down and 15 here. Clock stopped 8:04 to go in this third quarter. I'm sorry, in the fourth quarter.
I think you better cover number 8.
And he's going to go from left to right in the formation. Play action. Rush gets there. We're going to get a hold, and he's going to catch it and go down to the 15. But there is a flag, and I believe it's going to be a hold.
What a shame.
And what a throw and catch.
I know. I saw Searle break open, and he was behind everybody. It was a great pass route. The quarterback scrambled. Perfect throw. All for nothing.
The defensive back over on that side saw Searle coming into his area, and Searle just broke off the pattern and worked himself open. That was a big-time play. That's one I would send to college coaches right there if
no doubt.
he's not already signed up, because it showed his ability to adjust and catch a difficult over-the-shoulder ball. So the hold will make it still 3rd down.
You know, I know wide receivers make that catch look easy, but when you're running all out and you catch that ball on the run, I mean, that is not an easy thing to do.
At night, looking back over your shoulder, really hard. So 3rd down and 25. Throw over the middle. It's caught. And get it close to the original line of scrimmage, so almost 15 yards picked up for Hayden Pauley, who unfortunately for him had a touchdown earlier in the game, was called back on a penalty. And actually give him 14 on it, make it 4th down and 11, and clearly Morgan going to go for it with 7:12 left in regulation. Long count. Look over the middle. Skinny post, and it's going to be a little too tall for Adam Cooper out there. And turnover on downs, so we'll go to West Muskingum. And I will say this, even though that was not successful, there was some excitement in that drive.
Yes, there was.
And you just see some players that, you know, after their senior year could be playing some other places.
Cole Searle's excitement just he's able to break out in excitement at any time.
Well, and he's just banged up. You know, he's still playing. He's still hustling.
And he's on defense.
You know what? And he's 6'2", 185. That's a good frame to throw to for guys at all levels. and you take his ability to catch and run around, that's something special. First down and 10 for West Muskingum. Now, they may get conservative here, Coach. Maybe. Or maybe they're mad.
Well, it looks like Cisse taking a direct snap.
Yeah, that's not conservative.
No.
And we're going to get a timeout called by West Muskingum. We'll keep it here. Mind you, you're watching South 60 Films, the new home for MVL football. A lot of exciting teams in the MVL this season. 2 of them right here.
We're going to have a good game next week in Thornville.
Oh,
Tri-Valley versus Sheridan.
Well, there you go. That's always a
That'll be for the
big one.
The big division first place all alone spot.
That'll be a good one. That's a good one to call. And, of course, Sheridan, a great place to do a broadcast. Always one of the friendliest places you're going to go. And they have pizza. Although tonight, we shouldn't mention the brand, but we did get very good sub sandwiches.
Yes, we did.
I don't want to short anybody, and we appreciate that very much.
We've never had anything but hospitality at Morgan.
Oh, my gosh. One of my favorite places ever, like all of high school. So power formation to the left. The fake on the jet sweep. And Cisse going to go right up the middle and finally brought down inside the 20. He broke a couple of tackles right around the line of scrimmage, and it took Hayden Bankus to bring him to the ground inside the 20.
I mean, what what a luxury to have on that down in that yardage situation, to be able to snap it to your quarterback and just say, find someplace up the middle to run.
Well, and Anton, who usually lines up a quarterback, now at wide receiver out to the left, Cisse again in the shotgun.
Cisse's thrown the ball this year.
He's going to run this one.
Boy, that hole opened up, and he was right in it.
Yeah, we're going to get a penalty. I think we might have a hold here. Just at the end, now we get some rain coming down here. It won't make a lot of difference because this turf is new and beautiful.
Yep.
But Anton, Cisse was having some words with somebody after the previous play, and Anton showed to be quite a leader. He went over and got him and walked him back to the huddle.
Yep.
So that you like to see that.
Well, if you get ejected, you sit next week too.
You do. And you just establish a pattern of doing this, and maybe it doesn't get called this week, and it gets called the 10th game, and now it's the playoff game you're sitting in.
Yep.
So, Anton, good job to lead this team. He really showed me something there. So the penalty is a hold. It's going to be marked off. And it's more than a hold because it's going 15. I did not see the referee signal. Let's see if he does here. Now it's a personal foul. So a 15-yard penalty. Not sure what. It was during the play. It wasn't anything said or done after the play. So it'll be still first down, but going to be 20 yards to go now for a first down. I believe I'm right about that. And Cisse going to throw it left-handed, just a little kind of push pass out to the near sideline. It'll go down to about the 15-yard line. That was not maybe your typical form for a quarterback throw. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, it was safe to say. I think it was Wes Houston on the catch. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it was complete, so you can't argue with it. In other words, it was perfect.
We've seen Cisse throw touchdown passes here in the red zone. I mean, they're ugly, but they
effective.
They count 6.
Yeah, they do. Same number of points. So second down and about 7 to go. Anton going to go in motion, and it will be Cisse to hold on to it. Makes one step. He'll spin and get an extra couple of yards down to about the 12. And Cisse, is he still getting his? I guess somebody's getting their say down there.
Well, he got blasted on the sideline. Number 54 made the hit. I mean, it looked like a good hit to me. Owen McCoy, I just don't think Cisse appreciated that hard a hit.
Well, and again, you're in the MVL because the crowd stood as one to cheer for that hit. Pretty amazing. So the ball will be placed at the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd and a short 4.
The rain is coming down.
It is pelting the field, or at least looks that way in the lights, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And we're going to get timeout called. Clock is ticked down to about 5:14. Well, exactly 5:14. I don't know why I said about. It stopped as the referees chat with each other. I tell you, in West Muskingum might want to think about getting some players who have been chatting, might want to get them over the sideline so you don't get them in harm's way. There was some discussion about that hit on the sideline amongst, I'd say, 22 guys.
Yeah,
They were all there.
Yeah. I'd say the vote was 11-11.
It was. So we'll throw it to the Speaker of the House, apparently, to solve this one.
Yeah, we can find one of those.
Yeah,
We're fresh out.
I guess we'll wait. It is 3rd down and 4. Sorry, I had no intention of going there. It was not the point.
Okay, see who's going to take the snap here. It's going to be Cisse in the backfield taking the snap. Ooh, there's the big shift.
They go to that unbalanced line now to the right with a couple of blocking backs behind it. It's about as many blockers you can put in one place.
Yep.
Cisse going to run behind it after a little hesitation step. He's going to get through a couple of tacklers, drag another one, and did he get in? I've not seen the mark yet. Nope. Did he?
Well, I haven't seen the referees do anything yet.
Well, it's a touchdown because they're moving it back out.
Yep.
Nobody put their hands up, I don't think. I didn't see anybody.
The decision to take your chatty player out, if his blood's hot, leave him in the game and see what he can do. And I tell you what, no one was going to stop him on that one.
I will withdraw my motion. So Cisse with his 6th touchdown of the night, and with that touchdown, Coach, that is a new record for West Muskingum.
Outstanding.
How about that?
Outstanding. And
he's still got a couple weeks in the playoffs to go.
2 games to go in the playoffs, you bet.
That is because you know what? There have been a couple guys out there that can play.
Yes.
In the past. And we're going to get, as the extra point was being attempted, things stopped all of a sudden. Referees must.
Well, we had an offsides call against the Raiders.
Okay. See if what they want to do, and I would still kick it if I were. Well, let's see.
I can see Silas's pink shoes out there, but he's ready to go.
Yes, he is. Out of Anton's hold. 41-13 is our score. 5:11 to go in regulation. Good snap, good place. Kick is away, and it is good. So again, Rashid Cisse scores his 6th touchdown of the night. 6 is still plenty.
Yep.
And with that, sets a new school record. Incredible game.
And Silas Kuhn cements his spot
And the coach top 1.
as a top 115-pound kicker in the MVL.
I think you threw sophomore in there at one point. Did you not?
Sophomore 115
There you go.
pounder.
And he'll be out to kick it off once again. We'll see what he does. He's been kind of line driving it up the middle all game. So for Cisse, it is 4 rushing touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns tonight.
No doubt about it. But I'll tell you what, we teased about Silas Kuhn. What a luxury it is for a head coach to have a young man who's that consistent on the extra point kicks.
Every time. His ball once again gets out of the hands of one of the Morgan return team, but he jumps right back on it. And we will see the Morgan offense come out now trailing 42-13, 5:09 to go in the fourth quarter.
There's going to be some kickoff return guys have nightmares about those screaming low line drive bouncing kickoffs here tonight.
Yeah, gives Silas Kuhn some credit. He's apparently figured that out. So the rain has tailed just a little bit here. Not quite. It's still coming down. Not quite as bad as before. Nice Swanger. 3 receivers to his right, 1 out to the left. Looks over the middle. He's got a receiver jumping ahead. just short of the first down is Adam Cooper. Nice throw.
Outstanding throw.
You know what? They gave him a first down. They did not even hesitate.
Nope.
And it was, well, close.
4:56, 4:55 clock running.
Niswonger brings him up quickly. Low snap, picks it up. Goes along the sidelines, got a receiver down there. And it's caught, I believe. Nope. Yes. I thought he was saying incomplete. No, that's a catch.
That's a catch. I wonder who caught that ball.
Well, that would be our really good friend Cole Searle.
Yes.
Who was well covered.
Well covered.
And took it out of the hands, essentially, of the defensive back.
Yes, he did. I thought the defensive back had it knocked out of the way.
At the very least, he was waving his arms in front of him.
What a catch.
Down to the 20-yard line. What a game Cole Searle has had. This one,
there's a pick.
I think it's going to be intercepted at about the 1 or 2 yard line. They will mark it at the 1.
That was Cisse on that pick.
Intended for Hayden Bankus. And Cisse got his head around at the last moment and just had such good recognition that he was able to pick it off the second he turned his head around. So he makes that interception with 4:16, but tell you what, for me, it doesn't take away from the play before.
No.
Cole Searle made that catch at the 20. That has been, I mean, obviously there's a lot to talk about with West and Cisse, and, you know, people have said it all year long, but, and I must admit, I don't know how much recognition Cole Searle's got this season, but whatever it is, he deserves about 10 times that much. Been fun to watch him play.
Well, he's having trouble running. His legs, looks like he's had a hit or something, and
he's still out there.
He's still out there.
Quick hitter up the middle, really not much there. In fact, might have lost 6-8 inches back toward the goal line.
They lose much more than that. It's going to be It's going to be a 2.
It'll be the praying motion above somebody's head there. Inside 4 minutes, the clock is ticking. Both teams, actually, Morgan has all of theirs. West Muskingum did use one earlier. They've got 2. They lead at 42-13.
It's like Cisse is going to take the direct snap. Here comes the Raiders. I mean, they're all on the line of scrimmage.
They're all doing what they can. Cisse going to wait, step in, and he is off to the races. Out to catch him is Kyle Campbell. Can he get there? He is going to be able to get there, and I'll tell you, that is just pure effort from a young man.
Yes, it is.
Because we could have had one of the longest touchdowns, well, it would be officially, because you can't run it for more than 99.
Nope.
But that would have been 99 yards. We're coming back anyway. I'll forget all the superlatives here. We're coming back. But we would have witnessed maybe the longest run in football history, because that's as close as you can get to the goal line, I think.
Well, you know, I think Cisse thought he was, was gone. I'm sure he thought that's it. I'm behind everybody. And Kyle Campbell, man, he came out like a rocket and made that tackle.
We called that guy ran out from the Coke machine in the lobby and got him. I don't know if Kyle Campbell runs sprints in the spring, but he should. Because you just caught a guy that I'm sure has been timed a lot in camps.
First and 10 for the Tornadoes from the 15.
So the holding call
What's taking place down the field?
will bring the ball to it must have been. Which probably wasn't really needed, to be honest. But it'll go back to the 15-yard line. Anton back at quarterback. He'll hand off up the middle, and he'll get out to about the 20-yard line.
Hayden Polly and Niswonger on the stop.
But this has been fun tonight, Coach. We've been able to call some plays that have, as a play-by-play, it's what you dream about is to call some of these.
Well, I tell you what I like best about the game was the hitting. The players hit. I mean, they're still hitting as hard as they can.
And they got a little edge to them about it.
They do, and I know people criticize today's football as the zone blocking and not being physical, but I tell you what, these two teams tonight played a physical game despite what the scoreboard says.
They really did. Anton, the quarterback, going to let play clock run down. He's going to fake and keep it himself, and he will have a first down out over the 25. And the play clocks are not on, so he was just waiting for the back judge to put his hand up, which is a 5-second count on his play clock. And that's how you take more time off. Clock begins to run as the sticks are placed. 2:23 and counting. So not a lot more plays need to be run in this one, but both these teams ought to be proud of the effort tonight. It has been, and despite what will look like a lopsided score to those not here, it has been a very entertaining game tonight.
And I think the difference in the game tonight, Kevin, has been the defensive line for West End just overpowered the Morgan offensive line.
Well, especially at key moments, right? Those kind of third and manageables they got, or second and manageable. And run up the middle, not much, but now it's about running the clock. But yeah, no, just, and they were doing it as you talked about. They were just running over people. It wasn't cute. It wasn't a tricky attack up front.
Not at all. They well, West End would rush 3 and cover with 8 and cover people. And we've seen the receivers from Morgan. They're good, and they were covered. Well, then they would go with man coverage or whatever and send 5 guys and just overpower the offensive line for Morgan.
We're going to get an outside run. It'll go for a first down.
That's Windland.
It's Windland. Cole Searle came off the field just before that and got a big hug from one of the coaches, and then must have had pellets on his helmet, from this field. And he had a couple of players come up and clean him off for him. That's respect for a player.
Yep.
And he deserves it tonight.
Looks like Paulie's coming off with a leg cramp. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, these teams have left it out here tonight.
First and 10 for the 20.
Been very enjoyable, and again, as Coach said, this has been, for us older guys, this has been a game that we can really appreciate. The level of intensity and hitting that's gone on in the field tonight. Minute 4 to go, and I think we're going to get victory formation. And the clock not running, so you can go ahead and just run it, fellas. And referee's going to explain to everybody what we're doing here.
Here goes the clock.
Now we'll start.
They can sit there for a while now.
Yeah, they can. I think they got to run it one more time, and then referees will be slow to place it. And that'll be the end of that. Yeah, these referees don't want to do a lot more than is needed with the intensity he's been on the field tonight. Anton does take the knee, and they're going to take their time to place it. I do not think they've got to run another one.
Well, I see some of the Morgan and West End players discussing the game with each other.
Yeah, they were.
That's I like that. I want kids to play as hard as they possibly can and try to just, knock the other team's socks off. But when the game's over, shake hands and tell each other,
That's
nice
exactly
game.
right. And he does take one more knee, and that will do it in this one. It was a hard-fought game, and if you won't appreciate how good a football game this was and how much talent was on the field giving us full display. And, gosh, just so many great moments in this game tonight. We'll take a quick timeout and come back in just a moment. 42-13 is your final. West Muskingum wins here at Morgan. We're here. Yeah, you have to talk loud, though. Okay, now I can hear you. Are you coming out on a camera to us? Okay, so you want me to turn around? Oh, Jesus. Did my agent know I was going to have to do all this?
Let me get my sticker on.
something. I know. Do you want it? Get right into my nostril if you can. Because I cleaned. I cut. Clean. So you're going to start on us, Matthew? Oh, thank you. Are you talking to me, Matt? Okay, I'm sorry. I just couldn't hear you. Go try again. Okay, so will you give me a countdown on the highlights? Okay, and then we'll just talk about the game until you tell me that, and then we'll wrap. Are you going to be on us when we wrap? Okay. Coach is playing Welcome Back Cotter theme song. It is good to be back. Two hour left.
In unison?
It's like the Mary Tyler Moore Show, the last episode. I'm using all these old references nobody knows. Put the music.
Man.
Coaches, he's a troublemaker.
You know,
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Rao along with the coach, Doug Clifford. We saw a good one tonight, Coach, 42-13, but I don't think, again, that really explains what we saw on the field tonight.
well, I think we saw some of the best players in this conference tonight, some of the best skilled players, no doubt about it. We saw a great defensive effort by the Tornadoes, and what a passing and catching exhibition that Nicewanger and Searle put on for Morgan. And the running of Cisse, what a game.
Yeah, it was really good. You're watching some highlights now of this. Of course, one of the things you got to mention, Cisse tonight with 6 touchdowns, 4 on the ground, 2 through the air. He sets a new record for a storied West Muskingum program in terms of the number of touchdowns in a career. That's a big-time record.
Oh, no doubt about it. And he's just, at the end of the game, playing just as hard as he did on the first snap.
Well, let's talk about that. The intensity of this game. Again, scores a big gap in the score, but it was really something to watch the intensity on both sides of the ball.
I think the best example is Kyle Campbell chasing Cisse down when he nearly had a 99-yard run. It was called back by a penalty, but there's no reason for Kyle Campbell from Morgan to run all the way down the field to make that tackle. So what? So what if you don't make that tackle? He was
right there.
It wasn't even a question for him.
Well, it was a big-time win tonight for West Muskingum as they go to 7-1 on the season. Morgan falls to 4-4, but a couple weeks left to try to get themselves into playoff position. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Final score again, 42-13, West Muskingum over Morgan. For my broadcast partner, good to be back with him tonight, the coach Doug Clifford. I'm Kevin Rao. Good night, everyone.